Hey everybody, and welcome to your third day of your core challenge. So if you're doing this on the YouTube site, then this is your final day and you've done your 3 consecutive days. So awesome job, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know, tag me on Instagram. I love to hear how you're finding things. If you are on our membership program, then this is obviously only day 3 of 8 days. So they're not consecutive though, so hopefully it will give you time to recover in between, okay? So whenever you're ready, we're going to actually start into some plank positions today, sorry. So in something comfortable with a little bit of space, and let's get moving. Okay, so we're going to start onto all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's do a tiny bit of mobility for the spine, okay? So inhale, open the chest, eye line forwards. Exhale, curve the back, chin to chest, round the spine. So inhale, drop the belly down, eye line looks forwards. Exhale, curving off, round the back, chin to chest. Let's do that one more time, getting some movement into the back. Inhaling as you open. Exhaling as you curve off. And then we find a neutral spine, stepping the feet back. So I'm coming into high plank. If you feel like you would like to modify, come down onto your knees. That's absolutely fine. From here, I'm going to pick up the left leg. Going to bring the left knee through towards my chest. I'm going to pump it for 3, 2, 1, and then step back into high plank. Then I lift the right leg. Bring the knee through for 3, 2, 1, step it back. I'm going to continue to alternate. On your 3 pumps, you can curve the back slightly. Try and bring the thigh towards the chest, pushing away from your hands. As you step the foot back, try to lengthen that spine and find a long spine posture. Okay, so 3 pumps. Pressing away from those hands. Draw the belly tight as you lift that knee towards the chest. We'll do one more here, so making sure you're even. Last one here. Now come down onto those knees, uncurl the toes, take a mini child's pose, just a brief moment here to give the wrists, the shoulders and the whole body time to settle. So take a brief moment, we're going to come all the way back through to that high plank. So tucking the toes under, find your high plank. This time as you lift the left knee, you bring the left knee to the left elbow, left elbow, back. I lift the right leg to the right elbow, right elbow, back. So still 3 pumps, but I'm twisting to get into the obliques as well. Make sure you find that length through the spine as you step back, pressing away from those hands. Don't collapse into the shoulders. Elbow, elbow, elbow. One more each side. Draw the belly towards the spine. Last one. Over, across, over, knees down, uncurl those toes, enjoy that child's pose again. Maybe flip the hands up towards the ceiling in case your wrists or your shoulders need a moment to breathe, okay? We're going to stick with this little plank sequence just one more time, but what we're going to do, ripple yourself up, stepping yourself into that high plank. Now cross your right foot over your left. Right foot is crossed over the left. Lift your tailbone high, press the chest through the arms. Now as you come down, your right hip is going to come to the floor and you look over your left shoulder, a little hip dip. Lift the tailbone high. We stay on the same side. Drop the right hip down, look over your left shoulder, get into the obliques, the waist. Again, so lift up, tailbone high, and then twist through. Right hip to the ground. Look over left shoulder. One more time. Draw that belly in tight. Lifting the hips higher every time. Looking over the left shoulder. Find your high plank. Adjust the feet. Now the left foot steps over the right. Lift your tailbone high. And then press the left hip towards the ground. Look over your right shoulder. Let's do that again. So lift the hips high. Left foot stepped over the right now, yeah? Then the left hip's coming down. We look over the right shoulder. Lifting high once again. Draw that belly in. Heels are going heavy towards the ground. Looking over, twisting through. We've got one more here. Getting into those shoulders a little bit as well, which is a Brucey bonus. But also getting into the waist. And then we'll come all the way up, unstep the feet, come into that high plank again, walk the feet in towards your hands, take as many steps as you need, and then bend the knees, bring yourself down onto your bottoms, take your time, okay, I'm just going to get my mic out from there. Okay, shimmy yourself forwards and control yourself, come all the way down onto your back. Okay, so taking your time, bring yourself all the way down, adjust your clothes, sort your hair out, whatever you need to do, but we haven't got long, so don't spend too long there. Okay, sorry, the little hair clip there. Right, okay, when you're ready, interlace the hands, cup them behind your head, elbows wide, okay, elbows wide. Now, we're going to lift both legs into tabletop, so knees over hips, feet in line with knees. We're going to crunch up into abdominal crunch, and then control as you pop your head down. So legs are staying in tabletop for now. Exhale as you lift into crunch. Inhale as you lower. Now your tummy might be feeling pretty warm already, especially if you've been doing these other videos consecutive days. Do what you can, keep the elbows wide. I'm going to add on, as I lift into crunch, I'm going to scissor the legs. So one leg goes up, one leg goes out. As I put my head down, legs come back to tabletop. I change sides, I scissor the legs. One leg goes up, one leg goes out. Reset, head down, knees back, yeah? So it's good for the brain, takes the mind off of what's going on in the tummy section as well. The legs is going to work the lower abdominals, and the crunch is going to work the upper abdominals, yeah? So let's take our time, extend, lengthen those legs, draw the belly in towards the spine, reaching all the way up. And then when your right leg is up and your left leg is out, we're going to stay there. We're going to reach our hands up towards the ceiling. Make a little pistol shape. Index fingers are together. Shoulder blades are off the floor. Reach over your right leg and then take your head back down onto the ground. Let's do that again. So I'm twisting over the right leg. Then I'm coming back down onto the floor, head goes down. Now as you can see, my legs are static. The right foot is over the hip, the left leg is in a hover, and I'm twisting and reaching across as far as I can, across the right leg. If it gets too intense, put your left leg on the floor, absolutely fine, okay? We're reaching across, getting the obliques, the waist involved, get that left shoulder blade all the way off the ground. Can we do one more here, last one? And then we come back to center. Let's change legs. Bring the left leg up, the right leg out. When you're ready, reaching across the left leg now. Twist, twist, twist. Coming back down to center. So the legs are now staying the same on the other side. Maybe in a hover. Maybe that's a little too much and your body's going, no, I don't want to do that. And if it doesn't, bend the knees or pop the legs down, whatever works for you. But go slow. I've mentioned it before. Going back down onto the floor slowly makes it as hard as coming up, if not harder. Okay, so twist all the way across. Draw the belly in. Breathing out as you come across the body. Inhaling as you go down. We've got one more here, last one. Bringing those legs back into your tabletop, taking the hands behind the head, lifting into the crunch. Don't come down if you can. We're going to cycle the legs. So imagine you're on an imaginary bike. Not that we bike this elegantly, but you're sweeping one leg up and one leg's going away. Keep the head and shoulders lifted, the elbows wide, drawing the belly tight towards the spine, cycling one knee in, lengthening the other leg away. Can we continue here? Lift your shoulder blades a little bit higher. Can you lift them any higher? Squeeze everything in, staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend those knees, pop them onto the floor. Head and shoulders come down. Let's take our arms out into a T shape, okay? So arms out into a T shape, palms of the hands face up. We peel our legs into tabletop, so knees over hips. Let's get into the waist, a waist rotation. Make sure the feet are not too close to the bum. We rotate to one side, keep the chest open, both shoulder blades on the floor. Come back through center, let's go the other way. So taking both legs to one side but staying in control, and then coming back through center. Draw the belly button towards the spine, twisting through center, controlling as you come back. If this feels okay, you can maybe stay here. If you feel like you could go a little bit more challenging, maybe we could straighten the legs. That's a maybe. You don't have to. If that feels too much, if it's pulling on your back, then please go back to the bent leg options, okay? There's always lots of levels because we've got lots of different abilities out there. So arms are wide in a T shape. Legs are staying lifted, they don't drop down towards the ground. And we're keeping both shoulder blades on the floor, working into that waist, only going as far as you can, staying in control. Draw the belly towards the spine, using your out breath on the effort. So moving with control, with precision, taking your time. Don't rush the exercises. We've got our last one here, last one. And now we're going to try and keep those legs lifted up towards the ceiling. Maybe your knees are bent, maybe your legs are straight. We take the arms overhead. Now we're going to flex our feet, pull the heels up to the ceiling. Reach up towards your toes, try and reach the feet. Control as you put your head and the arms come over. Let's reach up, crunch up towards the feet. Control as you make your way down, reaching as far up those legs as possible. Shoulder blades are coming off the floor. Drawing the belly tight, maybe getting the shakes as you go back down onto the floor as you're using those muscles. And they're thinking, my golly, I've nearly had enough. So reaching up a little higher. Can we reach and hold? Can we stay here with the shoulder blades off the floor? Lift as high as you can, and then we take our final pulse. So we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make your way down, bend those knees, take the arms overhead. Gently bring yourself onto your sides. Slowly bring yourself up to seated, to any seated position that feels right for you today. We're going to curve into the back. So inhale, lift the chest, eye line up. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest, curve the back. So we're getting some movement through that lower back, opening out through the chest. Curve it off, round it over. Let's do that one more time. Inhale as you lift, open out the chest. Exhale as you curve round the back, and then find a neutral position, and your day 3 is done. So if you are on YouTube, well done for completing that mini core challenge. If you want to join us for the extended version over on the membership area, please visit my website, www.pilatesandyogawithjade.com. Keep smiling, and hopefully I'll see you on the mat some point soon.